Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. We're coming close to finishing the entire Bible again this year. Thank you for your faithfulness every day as we read through the Scriptures and we take one little thought to talk about. Tonight is Revival Night at main campus. I'm going to continue teaching on Jesus' revelation of the Father. That's the message of revival. Jesus reveals the Father to the children of God, to the sons and daughters of God. So we'll see you there tonight in main campus, 7 o'clock. But right now, I want us to go back to Ezekiel chapter 36, chapter 37, then tomorrow chapter 38 and chapter 39. Some absolutely beautiful promises about the future, how God will restore the people of Israel to the land, how God will unite again the 12 tribes, how David will again be king over Israel, the great war of Gog and Magog when Russia joins together with Iran and Turkey and they attack Israel and God destroys those armies, and it takes them 7 months to bury the dead, and it takes them 7 years to use the implements of war to make their fires out of. So it's an incredible series of prophecies. But I want to just read one part of it for you, beginning in verse 16 of chapter 36. Again the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, when the people of Israel were living in their own land, they defiled it by their conduct and their actions. We can defile a land physically. We talk a lot about pollution today. We talk a lot about environmental concerns today. But we spiritually pollute a land and get driven from it by conduct and actions. Their conduct was like a woman's monthly uncleanness in my sight. So I poured out my wrath on them because they had shed blood in the land and because they had defiled it with their idols. I dispersed them among the nations, and they were scattered through the countries I judged them according to their conduct and their actions. And wherever they went among the nations, they profaned my holy name, so that it was said among them, These are the Lord's people, yet they had to leave his land. They profaned his name. The judgment that came upon them brought disrespect to God. Now pick up at verse 31. I had concern for my holy name, which the house of Israel profaned among the nations where they'd gone. They say to the house of Israel, This is what the sovereign Lord says, It is not for your sake, O house of Israel, that I'm going to do these things, but for the sake of my holy name, which you have profaned among the nations where I have gone. I will show the holiness of my great name, which has been profaned among the nations, the name you have profaned among them. Then all nations will know that I am the Lord, declares the sovereign Lord, and I will show myself holy through you before their eyes. Now, you're going to see this theme come out again and again throughout the book of Ezekiel. God cares about his name. God is very concerned about the effect of our actions, the effect of our lifestyle, the effect of, forgive me, us reaping what we've sowed in our lives upon his reputation in the world. And so he comes back here and he says, now, I'm going to bring you back into the land, and I'm going to bless you, and I'm going to do all that for you, but I'm not going to do it because you deserve it. I'm going to do it for the sake of my holy name. Now, this is the point I want to bring out to you today. Sometimes when we have not lived right as Christians, and we've gotten ourselves in a bunch of trouble, and we've profaned his name in the world. The world looks at our lives, and we're supposedly the people of God, and they see the promises of God unfulfilled in our lives, and they see, forgive me, disaster in our lives, and we profane his name. God says, all right, I'm going to bless you. But I'm going to bless you not because you deserve it or because you're so spiritual or because you're so righteous. I'm going to bless you for the sake of my name. Now, sometimes as Christians, we need to humble ourselves a little bit. And I've watched people that I know have done some horrible things in life, and God has been merciful to them, and God has shown great grace to them. And they stand up and begin to act like they're so Mr. Wonderful and Mr. Spiritual and Mrs. Wonderful and Mrs. Spiritual, and God did this for us because we had great faith. God did this for us because we did this or we did that. And sometimes you just want to go, please, would you just sit down and be quiet? and show some respect for God? God blessed you, not because you deserved it. God forgave you and God blessed you for the sake of His great name. God is very concerned that this world see the reality of God. God is very concerned that this world see that He is alive and that He is real. Now, take that theme into your reading for the next few days as you go through and as you finish out the book of Ezekiel. It's an amazing theme.